Okay, so Tom, we really now, we've done a little bit of reflection on kind of what we've been through. We thought about maybe those next small steps we might take, but at some point soon, we want to really get into some actual deeper action planning because as ever, you have invested so much time and energy into this course and being part of this learning. And we would love you not to lose that, but to make sure that you actually strategically take it forward and have some actions that make a difference coming out of this. So what we've got here, Tom, is the 7Ps planning framework, which I think you're going to take us through and give us a little bit more detail on how we might use this moving forward.
Yeah, great. So this is a great little framework we've come across from the Game Storming book. You can find all the references and everything in the download. Remember, you can download. Don't forget that that's also in your workbook as well, included in the kind of latter pages towards the back end as it sort of works its way chronologically through the course. The 7Ps planning framework. So we've got 7 different aspects. Let's start with the most important thing. So why are we doing this? What's the core purpose of what we do? And so think carefully about what those big changes are that you're interested in, what's really resonated with you. Maybe it's something to do about empowering students with greater opportunities to talk about their own learning. It might be the use of the growth ladders to really clearly articulate those different phases of learning in terms of deepening their understanding. Whatever it is that you're really connected with, consider writing that in the middle there. What's the bigger changes? What's the purpose of using the Solo taxonomy back within your own context? Let's work around the rest of the different aspects of the framework. So people, so who's going to be involved? So think carefully about who you're going to connect with and who you're going to take some of this learning back to. It might be a group of teachers that you know have explored this already. What's the process that you're going to take? So perhaps you're considering developing something within your setting, using the taxonomy as a starter or a provocation for developing a different approach to assessment. What's the process that you're going to take? What products are you going to create? So the aspects of the aspects of Solo taxonomy that you might build, the artifacts that you might kind of build out, the things that are going to have a great traction within your community. Think about what products you might create. And then all along the bottom, we've got some different things. So we've got preparation, pitfalls, and practical concerns, which are hopefully all self-explanatory. We have to make sure we think carefully about what do we need to prepare. So maybe if there's information that we need to share, practical concerns, just making sure that we give people access to different things. And there might be ways to organize some of the course material if you're sharing it back. But pitfalls is often a piece that we often miss. And so just making sure you pay enough attention to that part. Consider what might go wrong. Consider what could be the blocks for people to access the learning experience that you've had, or even consider how your students might respond to using the Solo taxonomy. Think carefully about what are the risks, what are some of the things that might be a pitfall, and then consider how you might address them. So the 7Ps planning framework gives us a nice, broad, comprehensive set of perspectives around your next steps. We know that you've done some reflection already about what your next steps are. This is just going to give you a much more robust framework to try to map out what those next steps are for you and the planning that you're going to do with the learning that you've sort of developed across this particular course. And so enjoy spending some time just mapping these things out. We really encourage everybody to really grapple with this, because it's all very well working through these courses, developing your own practice, but we want to see how that change in your thinking and your understanding can impact others. So think carefully about the planning that you're going to do and enjoy looking at the 7Ps planning framework.